Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Sag, please? Two of Swords, Libra energy at the foundation. Sag, you realize a decision has to be made here. But for whatever reason, this is like the hardest thing in the world for you to do. I feel that you've really gotten yourself in a situation where it's like your hands are tied behind your back. It's like you've painted yourself into a corner. I feel for some of you, this is a relationship. Romantic, doesn't have to be though. It's just an energy here of committing to something and you really seeing the truth about a person or individuals and not wanting to be a part of whatever this is any longer. But you've committed. It's like the energy of somebody who meets someone and they get married in like 30 days. And now they're stuck together. And they realize 6 months to a year into this thing that they cannot stand each other. But there's an energy here of forcing yourself to stay. And this is directly connected to some sort of childhood dynamic, I feel, which you saw, Sag, when you were growing up. It's an energy of marrying just for stability, just to have the piece of paper, not necessarily for real love. It's a very fake kind of energy. But I really feel that you're starting to see things now from a vantage point that you have never seen them from before. There is some karma, Sag, that I feel is coming into play here. Because I feel the universe is trying to teach you a lesson here. But whatever the case, there's a lot of confusion, a lot of indecision. Knowing you need to make a move, but just not knowing which way to move. Right at your foundation. What do we have at the sacral? Goes along perfectly with what I'm intuitively picking up here. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This all has to do with money. Stability. And look, we need a balance, obviously, but this is all money, no love. And if you are to choose one over the other, obviously love. Because with love, money can come easily. But without love, you just start to lose the money. Because the universe needs to teach these individuals a lesson. No matter where we are in our lives, whether it's misery or happiness, the universe is always going to put us in a position to where we need to learn something. Now, obviously, we want to get to a point in our lives where these lessons are more on the positive side than they are on the negative side. And we're not actually finding ourselves living out karmic cycles, karmic patterns over and over. I feel for the Sag collective, this is a repeating energy. And this can be for a cross-watcher as well. This doesn't have to be for just Sages. Just take it as it fits for you. Maybe this is somebody you know. But this is somebody here who would rather live in some sort of isolating conditions as a means to an end. What do we have at the solar plexus? The Lovers, Gemini energy. at the solar plexus. Completely powerless to this union, but not in a good way. And immediately when I put that card down, I just pictured Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and a worm coming out of the apple. There's a side of history that believes that the apple represented Lucifer. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? But this is definitely a test, or it was a test. And both individuals failed this test. But now it's time to move on. But for some reason here, there's like this very stuck energy. I feel like maybe these individuals presented themselves as twin flames. I'm kind of getting this here. In my opinion, this is a very toxic way to go about a relationship. It's like trying to create something that's not there, hold on to something that never actually was, trying to paint a picture, trying to cover up the cracks. This kind of energy. One or both of these people is too overly invested in what other people think, which is part of the reason why these two individuals are still in union. What do we have at the heart? Queen of Wands at the heart. I'm also getting an energy here where one or maybe both of these people I feel does have a real soul connection somewhere else. I feel like these individuals are feeling pulled to finally go towards their happiness. But this lesson had to be learned first. I do feel that there will be an end to this union in the near future. All cycles must come to a close. It's the natural law of the universe. It has to take place. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, energy at the heart. Sag, that is your energy. This is an energy here of confidence. It's also an energy of mastery. This union in and of itself has an overactive heart chakra, a very codependent energy, a very jealous kind of energy. That's the energy of this union. I feel that this Queen of Wands energy here, which Sag, I think this is probably coming up as you right now. This is your energy here. This is somebody who's starting to master themselves. This is somebody here who is starting to see the truth. This person's coming from a much more warm and open space. They're starting to balance their heart chakra, understanding that to force yourself to be in a union like this creates blockages in your energy. It actually starts to affect all areas of your life. So say this person went into this union for money. It's futile because on the back end, it actually affects the money that comes into this relationship. This is karma at play here. What do we have at the throat? Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy at the throat. This is the energy of a divorce. It can also be the energy of an affair. I feel like this is definitely taking place here. I feel like these two individuals truly despise each other. Both of them are doing things behind the other one's back. There's a very sneaky, underhanded energy at play in this dynamic here. A lot of deception. I feel like one of these individuals is going to try and get away from this relationship by way of leaving this person in a rut. It's like the energy of taking everything and leaving, which will only put this individual back in the same cycle again. It's very important if you find yourself inside these cycles that you just accept where you're at and close out the cycle correctly and then move on. If you don't close the cycle out correctly, you will end up in the same cycle again, repeating over and over and over. And these cycles will keep repeating until you learn your lesson. It might just look a little different. You move on to somebody else, and then before you know it, you're in the same cycle as you were with the other person. This is how the divine works. And Sag, I can speak on experience here. I've been in many cycles like this. It's been several years since I've obviously been in anything like this, but part of the reason why I'm even here and can speak on this because I've been through this and I failed leaving these cycles many times until I did it correctly in the end and I was able to graduate into a new season in my life. So it's very important that you close out these cycles correctly. You take your losses and you move on. Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy at the throat. What do we have at the third eye? Wheel of Fortune, Sag, that's your energy. Again, right there at the third eye. So my first 5 cards in the reading are the narrative. Third eye position, Wheel of Fortune energy, is where the divine is trying to get you. Okay, so this is all about a new cycle in your life wanting to open up for you here, Sag. This is all about your destiny. There is an energy of good fortune. But whatever the case, this is a massive turning point in your life. But you must close this cycle out correctly to be able to have access to this Wheel of Fortune energy. Despite any losses that should occur from leaving the cycle, Sag, just know that if you're to close out these cycles correctly, the divine will take care of you to help you transition into the new season in your life, the new timeline, the new cycle. It's like a graduating gift. You've learned the lesson. The universe doesn't want to punish you. They want to help you transition into the next cycle, because this is evolution. To stay inside the same cycle over and over is an energy of de-evolution. It's stuck energy. Your spirit guides want to do whatever they can to illuminate this to you so you move on in a way that's in alignment with the laws of evolution and the universe. What do we have at the crown? Basically, Sag, you don't leave any messes behind, is what it comes down to. 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy at the crown. There's 2 messages I'm getting here, Sag. First message is relating to this other soulmate kind of energy that you want to move towards, or the other person, or whoever this is here, or quite possibly both of you. It's showing up here at the crown with the 6 of Cups Scorpio energy. This is an energy of a reunion. I feel like this might have been somebody you overlooked, Sag. Maybe this was somebody you were with in the past. You didn't see who they really were when you were with them. I feel like they were cloaked. They were the test. You chose to enter into this cycle that was all revolving around material possession. But there's also an energy here where you don't even know if it's possible to reignite this connection. But I feel like somebody here is really stuck on another individual from their past. And to be honest with you, Sag, I don't know. I feel like this person has moved on with their life. It's an energy that's kind of unrealistic. But that's not to say that energies can't change. They can change in an instant. But it all depends on how you move. How you choose to transition on from this karmic cycle is the deciding factor. So it would seem that you have the power in your hands, Sag. What do we have at the foundation, please? Let's see what demons are trying to keep my Saggy's root chakra blocked. Oh, Barbatos, 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. He just came out in the Gemini reading. This is somebody who always acts like they're sticking their neck out for you. Just stay here, Sag. You don't need to move on. Just stay here. We have everything we need. Who needs love? We have money. I can provide you with everything you need, Sag. There's an energy here of somebody being used as narcissistic supply, as a means to keep them stuck, not fulfill their destiny, not step into their purpose. There's an energy here of somebody who was derailed from stepping into their purpose. They thought they were heading in the direction of their purpose because there was a lot of shiny objects attached to it. But this was nothing more than a tactic of the devil. This individual here is a devil. This is a narcissist. This is somebody who is feeding off the other individual for narcissistic supply. It makes them feel powerful to think that they can hold them back from quite possibly a real soul connection, or this person actually stepping into alignment with their true path. What do we have at the sacral? The world, Vapula. This goes along perfectly with what I'm saying, Sag. This is an energy of not closing out this cycle, repeating it over and over and over, lacking completion, lacking closure. It's an energy of things being incomplete. Everything is just kind of pending all the time. But one thing's for sure, Sag. Time is still passing, and that life clock is running out. This is how the devil works. All the devil has to do is run out your life clock, and he's got to win. So he works in a very incremental fashion. It's very sneaky. It's very underhanded. 7 of Swords energy at the throat. It goes completely unnoticed, Sag. The devil works in this incremental fashion, so you can't actually see the truth. And by the time you do see the truth, perceivably, it's too late. But this is another illusion. It's never too late. But you do want to try and recover as much time as you can. There's a lot of wasted time on this table. What do we have? The solar plexus? Four of Pentacles, Val 4, goes along perfectly with what we're picking up here. This is the energy of a poverty mindset. Right at the solar plexus, right? So lacking confidence, feeling powerless to this connection. Completely inferior to this individual and the circumstances. It's also an energy of low self-esteem. I feel like this person has really lost who they are. I feel like they look in the mirror and they don't even recognize themselves anymore. I feel like this other individual objectifies this person as well. I'm getting an energy here of sexual exploitation. This person just using the other person like they're an animal, right? I feel like this person here looks in the mirror and it's like they can see the lines on their face. They can see the aging. This person's not the same person they once were. This is the energy on this table of somebody who's really sold their soul for everything that was shiny. What do we have at the heart, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the heart? Four of Wands, Aries energy, person. Libertines and renegades. This is an energy of arguments. It's an energy of stagnation. Everything we're picking up on here. It's also an energy of transitioning on. I feel like these people party a lot as well. Picking up on a very dark energy here. There's just an energy of constantly preparing to leave, but either always going back or never leaving. This is how these two individuals live their day-to-day. Somebody's always leaving. This is a horrible way to live. There's a very miserable, sad energy here. This is how this individual had to learn, though, as sad as that is. And again, I myself have been through cycles like this. When I was much younger, I went through cycles like this where I had to learn. You do make it out the other side, but it's very important that you take accountability here, Sag. And just get going. This is not meant to be fixed or repaired. This is just not meant to be. It's a karmic lesson. It's time to transition from this. And then we have Pahalia, which is the Queen of Cups from the Angel Tarot, redemption. So this is an energy of healing. Redemption, right? This is what this person is being called to do. What do we have at the throat, please, from the Angel Tarot? The Star. Vesaria. God the just, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. This is an energy of hope. It's an energy of miracles taking place. A lot of relief here. This is available to this individual here, Sag, whether this is you or Crosswatcher, whoever this is here. The divine has not given up on this individual. I feel like the divine has a very special plan for this individual's future. They actually We're meant to go through this cycle. It was all a part of this divine plan. There was a lesson that had to be learned here. This person is going to be gifted with something. See? This great lesson they can move forward with now, right? Typically, the things that can be perceived as our biggest obstacles in life bear the biggest blessings once we're able to overcome them. And we're able to actually use those cycles, those karmic cycles we went through, those ginormous struggles, to our advantage by putting that wisdom to work for us, quite possibly helping the collective at large. This is how you transmute energy perfectly. This is how you close out these cycles correctly. Because when you're able to do this, this is bad news for the devil, right? This is the energy of like a checkmate. Checkmate, devil, right? What do we have at the third eye, please? It's like the devil thinking he's got you. But then you use his tactics to keep you stuck in these karmic cycles to your benefit and the benefit of other individuals in the collective. It's like tricking the devil with his own tricks. Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Manadel at the third eye. So we have Ten of Pentacles twice now. We have the reversal energy and the upright, the demon and the angel. The honorable God, inner and outer work, helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. Virgo energy at the third eye. This is an energy here of affluence, wealth. So what's so interesting here, right? This individual went into the cycle for just that, affluence and wealth, right? But then started to realize that by sacrificing true happiness and quite possibly a real soulmate connection, they ended up losing that affluence and wealth. However, the option is still available to them if they close out this cycle correctly. Recognize where they were at fault, use that to their advantage, right? So this is a perfect example of taking accountability, but to your benefit, because there's also a lot of respect that people get when they take accountability. You sort of enter this energy of being untouchable because, let's face it, very few people this day and age take accountability for their shortcomings or their mistakes. So when you do this, it puts you in a really good position. It puts you in favor with the divine because you're transmuting negative energy into something positive. You went into the trenches, you realized what you'd succumb to, you understand, and then you turn things around in your favor and do the right thing. Ten of Pentacles at the third eye, and it brings in real affluence, real wealth, real stability. What do we have at the crown? Death, Mamma Mia. Scorpio energy, God, the end of the universe, endings and rebirth, influences health and longevity. This is a phoenix rising from the ashes energy, and we have double Scorpio stacked right here at the crown. So there's a big transformation wanting to take place in this person's life. It's all over this table. But accountability but this individual must take accountability. Not to be punished. There's no punishment to be had here. Just so they can graduate into the new cycle and allow that accountability to transmute this negative cycle into wisdom for them, right? Star energy in the palm of your hands. Boom. It's time to move on from this, Sag. It's time to allow for this transformation to take place in your life. There's big changes that are on the horizon line waiting for you. It's time you step into your power and receive these tremendous blessings and gifts waiting for you by way of you closing out this karmic cycle and aligning with your higher self and evolution. Sag, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline. If you choose to accept, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, all that information can be found in the description below. And thank you for your donation, Sag. Take care.